Hey up me ducks, how are we? Just like some incense. Oh, I thought I'd be ready before now, but I'm not. I only decided to come on like 20 minutes ago. So let's pop open the chat, put that back there. Right, let's light some incense. Let's get into the zone. How is everybody? Wow, there's quite a few people here. Just popped open and had a look. Here is our hero. So let's pop that there. Let's see who we've got first of all. It's great to see everybody. Let's pop that there. Wow, you've all been chatting. So we've got Becoming the Crone, Apurva. Oh, that reminds me. I wonder if the Apurva, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, Apurva. I think that's how you say it, isn't it? It's probably nothing like that. I wonder if the airspace is back open. I wonder if parcels can be delivered to India, because I've still got your parcel that you won from the giveaway to send. I think we said we'd try in about a month, and I think it probably is about a month now. Silka, Orsi, Lisa, Shane, hi Shane, Jen, I have a meeting. Always the case, isn't it? But I'll be here in spirit. Laurie, Sandra, Sean, Elle, Mendy, I'm halfway through watching your VR to Becca. I need to finish watching it. Crystal, Andrea, hello, good to see you. We have Lisa and who else? Salky, hello Salky, Maddie, Jamie, and the Sea Cat, Pixie Cut, Heidi, hello Heidi, Merrick, Adam, hello, nice surprise. I know, I didn't know I was coming on till like 10-15 minutes ago. I've been browbeaten. No, I haven't. I was being guilt-tripped about how people are missing QuaranStream. Rexel, Chris Kelly, hello Chris, Al Wasson, Vicky, Aquarius Owl, Susan, and Jamie Loom, Donna, hello Donna, Satya, Karen, Amanda, Laurie, Christina, Neem, Runda, Andy, wow, there's so many here. And I think I've caught up. So yeah, can you believe it's almost a month since QuaranStream? And yeah, we was just chatting, and it was Shane and Elle actually said we really miss QuaranStream, and I just thought I would pop on and do a bit of a QuaranStream follow on, because I know some people are still kind of in lockdown, are still isolating and things. But I thought I would give you a bit of a rundown of the month of June. It's the last day of June, my mum's birthday. But yeah, last day of June, and it's been an eventful month, let's be honest. So it was the month in which I went back to work, in which QuaranStreams ended. The very first day of the month was Tarathon. That feels like forever ago now. But it was literally, you know, it started on the 31st of May and it ended on the 1st of June. So yeah, the first day of the month was the kind of tail end, or the last 10 hours, if you like, in the UK anyway, of Tarathon. I'm isolating because of my mother. Yeah, so Silk is still in isolation. I was isolating until last week. I really miss it. Isn't it funny? When we first got put into lockdown, we was really struggling with it, and now quite a few people are missing isolation when you get back to the real world. We kind of got everything open here now. Well, No, we haven't. That's not entirely true. Shops and things are open, and on Saturday, which is the 4th of July, we can start opening hotels, cafes, coffee shops, restaurants, that sort of thing. However, Leicester, which is literally 15 minutes drive from here, have been put back into lockdown because they've had a spike. So they're going to do regional lockdowns, and that's worrying because that's like the closest city to Nottingham. I can't believe it's a month since QuaranStream. Yeah, I think we ended around the 3rd, something like that. It was number 42. It was the 42nd episode of QuaranStream that I brought it to an end. Back to work tomorrow for 2.5 days work before I go on 4 weeks vacation. 4 weeks vacation. And are you able to go anywhere, Elizabeth, or are you just taking a vacation at home, just a vacation from work? I am debating over the Mini. Oh, what are we talking? Mini. I miss them so much. Okay, I'm not quite sure. So, yeah, I don't tend to do monthly reflections, and I know around this time of each month, the end of the month, the beginning of a new month, quite a few videos pop up about what's happened over the month prior for people. And I used to, on my channel, when I first started doing YouTube, I used to always do a monthly kind of roundup, and then I used to feel really guilty about the amount of decks that I'd acquired that month. And I used to say, you know, I'm not going to because I used to say, oh, I can't believe it, I've been really bad. And I used to use phrases like, I've been really bad, blah, 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 even though it was hurting nobody. And yeah, and I kept saying it. And then in the end, I kind of stopped doing my monthly roundups. And I'm not saying I'm going to start them again. You know, I do quite a bit on the channel without having to, you know, do a monthly roundup. But I thought it might be fun just to kind of do it. There won't be a couple of catch-up cards this Saturday because it's Tarathon. So, no, Tarathon. Don't get excited. There isn't another Tarathon. Tarot Times, not Tarathon. Tarot Times this weekend. So there won't be a couple of catch-up cards. So this is kind of like the only chance to have a bit of a chat this week, because Thursday will be Throwback Thursday, and that's where I kind of focus on one deck in particular. My job just let us know that remote working will continue, though, at least until January 2021. Wow. Yeah, I've kind of got some flexibility at the moment where, you know, I can work from home if I need to. Another Tarathon. Yeah. No, that's not happening. I now say I've been bad when I've not bought many decks. Yes, Elle. So anyway, this month, hi Sal. This month I've acquired 16 decks. I say acquired, I haven't bought them all. I've been very lucky. I've had some gifted to me. I've had trades. I have bought some, and I've had some sent by publishers and creators for the purpose of review. So yeah, I'm just looking back through the decks that I've received this month, and some really lovely decks have you know, been added to my collection. Right at the beginning of the month, it was the Star Spinner Tarot, and I'm not going to show that or talk about that because that is the deck that we're going to be reviewing on Saturday, myself, Elle and Becca, for when we do our broadcast for the Tarot Times. But yeah, we bought that one to work with throughout the whole month of June, which I've been able to do. Have you seen the new edition of the Sevenfold Mystery? I got it yesterday. Oh, so it is now available. I was going to get it as my deck of the month. So when I get paid, I always buy a deck. And Jen from Jen's Balanced Tarot was all poised to get it for me, but it was showing as pre-order, and it said there will be arriving in June. And I thought, well, we're almost at the end of June anyway. So on Friday, she said, are you ready? I'm happy to get it. And I said, let's leave it another month, because, you know, if it's delayed or something, I've already got to wait a couple of weeks for it to get to the States to me. But I will get it, but I won't get it until the end of July, because I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I've made a big purchase this month, which means I cannot buy any other tarot decks, because that is what I have bought, which I will of course show on my channel when it comes. It came in 2 days, but you're in the States, aren't you? So I'm not quite sure how long it would take. I'm in love with my new deck from my DAR. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Shane. I'm really pleased. So yeah, so I've been a bit extravagant this month and ordered something. So we will see. I've just noticed a mark on me. Oh, I'm a mucky pup. But anyway, so Star Spinner came first, and then, which I've got a few versions of now, I got the CS Tarot as well. So I got the one with the gold gilding, which was what Conrad did for me with the extra hermit cards that you probably remember. And then I also got this version, which is the jumbo edition, and I'm absolutely in love with this deck. It is just beautiful. Hi B-Jam. So yeah, I've got the CS Tarot, 2 versions. I have got a 3rd version still on its way. And when you order from Make Playing Cards, if you're in the UK currently, they are taking quite a while to get to us. It was about 5 to 6 weeks. It's around 4 now. I also got these fabulous bags from Wolfbound Creations. These both arrived in June, which I love. These are the ones that are really lovely, thick lined, the panels across the top. So and the jumbo CS Tarot, which I edged, by the way, to match the borders on the front and backs. The jumbo ones fit in these bags beautifully with room to spare. So yeah, love that. And this one that I've got, the red string, it's called, I keep this deck in, which is the Lily Stone, the Stone Marseille, which is beautiful. And this was also a deck that came in June too. And it's the Marseille Conver with these beautiful navy blue backgrounds. And it's so nice. The cardstock is amazing. There's the Hermit. So yeah, really lovely deck. So that came. Also, I got lots of packages from people, and I really love my wand, which I've been using a lot. It came with other things as well, but yeah, my wand from Wiccan 222, Neris. She sent me this, and this came in June also. So, what else arrived in June? Oh, the Neo Rider decks. Yeah, and I know B-Jam has just received his. I really looked out with that because I've had them for about 3 weeks or so, and people in the States still haven't had theirs yet. B-Jam's received his. Sandra had already received hers. She received hers just before me, so we were lucky. I think they must have been put on different boats, but you can't see them. All 4 of mine are there. That's my 4, which I'm loving. So yeah, they arrived. The open face tarot was sent to me as well. So I've got a little bag that I put them in, and this is the deck by Robin Crutchfield over at Toadstool Tarot, and it's a majors only. This is a little I've chopped off my face off. This is a little kind of bridge-sized deck, and I got the version without the keywords or numbers. But there's our Fool. So the open face tarot also I received this month. BGM says, Neo Rider decks, I am very impressed. Can't stop shuffling them. Yeah, and you really like the royal version, don't you? And that is beautiful, and you're absolutely right. The cardstock and coloration of that deck. In fact, let's, because I don't think I gave that one as much airtime really when I was doing the walkthrough, because I was so impressed by the shiny blingy stuff that this one in particular didn't get a lot of, or as much love and attention as it deserved. So they're beautiful. These are the backs, which you can see is really gorgeous. These are the edges, the beautiful gold gilded edge on this one. And then the colours and the line work in this deck is really sharp. But I don't know if you can hear that, tarot ASMR. It's that beautiful thick matte voice tarot de Marseille. It's really colours. So the garish yellows are like this more mustardy colour, but it's stock. Still waiting. Yeah, I think there's quite a few people waiting for them. But look how clear the line work and images are. Really lovely. And if we find something like our 10 of Pentacles, which is normally very busy, you can really see the sharpness of the detail. So, hi B. And anybody else that I might have missed coming in. I love the purples of the water. It's just a really beautiful deck. And it's gorgeous matte card. So I love it. But, you know, I do think that because I was showing off the blingy stuff, that I didn't give as much airtime in the video to this one. And I don't want this to be like the poor relation, just because it's not plastic or glitzy or anything like that, because it is really wonderful. And had she just released this deck alone, I still would have bought it and raved about it. Look at that hermit. Aren't the colours nice? Is this one plastic? No, it's not. This one's matte. Really nice, thick, lovely matte cardstock. There's the one that B-Jam sees as a giant, and now I think I always will. And again, the King of Pentacles is always known for being very busy and blotchy, and in some of the editions, but it's nice and clear here. So it's a beautiful deck. So that was one of 4. There was 4 in the Neo Rider collection. And it's had so many hits. I think the video has been so popular. It's had like 3,000 and something views. It's because nobody's got them yet, so therefore nobody's done walkthroughs other than the one I did and Ivy's own. So I think that's why it's probably had the reaction that it's had. Wow, there's 94 people here to say that this wasn't planned. What else happened? The Rabbit Tarot by Fable's Den. I got now, thank you, because of the beautiful gift. I ended up with the 3 versions. I was also sent the Badger's Forest. Tom Benjamin's Halloween Marseille deck. So actually it's 18 because I counted that as one package, but of course it's 3 decks. So 18 tarot decks. The Alchemical, which has just been mentioned, and I've been using the Alchemical Tarot for my daily draws. My friend Adam really likes this deck as well, so I've promised him when he comes next the 4th edition. But the 5th edition is in this beautiful cloth covered box, which is in the same style as the distilled version, which is the magnum opus, which Sandra got me for Christmas. But these are beautiful. You get a little book with them, but really beautiful. And the cardstock, again, is just wonderful. They're the backs. And they feel lovely to hold in the hand. The quality of these cards are so superior. Really are gorgeous. So I'm really enjoying working with this deck. I ended up ordering the Alchemical Tarot 5th edition. Simon made me do it. Enjoy, Jonathan, because they are wonderful. And I said in the video, when I did the walkthrough of this, I said my dream now would be for him to release the 7-fold mystery in the same, you know, pimped up version like this. And he is doing. So it would definitely be a purchase for me next month, because I love 7-fold mystery. I think it's probably, although I'm really enjoying this over the last few days, but before working with this again, I would have said it's my favourite Robert M. Place deck, Tarot of the 7-fold mystery, but probably on a joint par with this deck. No, that deck's out because I'm working with it. It's that one that wants to go back. Everyday Witch mini, thank you, Lisa. And then Schiffer sent me some decks to review. So I received the Enchanted Dream, which, yeah, I was surprised how much I really enjoyed that deck. I think it is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. The Grail Tarot also. And then I received Playing Marseille, and I'm really enjoying this as well. I've been pulling these in the morning, which I think the concept is wonderful. So it's a playing card size, bigger than Tarot in a Tin, and it has, you know, your courts. It has the playing card association. So this is clubs, which is wands. Diamonds, of course, which is pentacles, earth. We remember that because diamonds grow in the earth. And then we have spades, which is swords. You get a clue there. Hearts, which is cups, hearts, emotions. And it's just beautiful. It's a really beautiful deck. And it's so handy just to pull out and just shuffle and just pull a card. It's really, really gorgeous. 4 of Hearts, 4 of Cups, stability of our emotions, security within a relationship. Wonderful. So that was that. What else did I get this month? The 78 Elemental, I'm also loving. I'm loving this one in particular for 1 card pulls. And as I said when I did the video, this is like holding a gold bullion or something. But the artwork in this deck is just incredible. Because it's by 81 different artists, because there are 81 cards, there are 3 additional art cards. They are quite cohesive and it's focused on the elements, but they're really nice for just pulling 1 card draws. I mean, look. So beautiful. And the overall packaging and design and everything is just wonderful for this deck. And I got this in a trade with Dan from Pine de Vale. So yeah, I love that. Way of the Panda came yesterday, which is a really, really cute deck. People have told me since I did the video that I do need to get the book, that the book is fantastic, so I shall. Calder, did you trim these or did they come borderless? No, these ones, do you mean, that I've just shown? No, these are gilded, so they are a borderless deck. The colours in this deck, I've not even worked with it yet, they're still all in order. Only got it yesterday. Are just so beautiful. It's such a gentle and beautiful deck. And then today, I was sent by Scylla Conway herself the incredible Shimmering Veil Tarot. And there is a video that's gone up. It is a little bit long for one of my walkthroughs. It's almost 50 minutes, but it has got to be one of, if not the most beautiful tarot decks that I own. It is so deep. It is so moving. It really connects. Look at that for a moon card. It's just incredible. There's the Hanged Man. I love it. I love it so much. Temperance. And this is by the creator of the Devas of Creation. of Creation is how it's pronounced. And it has the same vibe. It has the same energy. It works with the elements. So rather than wands, swords, we have, you know, this is 5 of fire. So 5 of wands. Look at the Chariot. And the Strength card is gorgeous. Just look at that. The Hermit. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm not going to go through them all because I've just done a 50-minute video. So yeah, so that was it for tarot. It's been a great month for the channel. As I said, we started the month with Tarathon. Some fab interviews. You know, I've interviewed Jennifer from Sea Willow Herb, Will from Atypical Tarot, and the lovely Giselle, my friend Giselle from Mad Witch. And I've really enjoyed all of those interviews. They were really great, each in their own way. And I was interviewed as well by Rochelle. Almost forgot her name then. The lovely Rochelle. So do check that out if you have time on the channel Amethyst Ascension. So we just chatted and 2 hours flew by. Patrice says, I've already pre-ordered Scylla's new deck. Ordered it as soon as I finished watching your walkthrough. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, and I think they're already being sent out. I noticed it says pre-order, but somebody in the Hermit's Cave put that they'd pre-ordered and theirs arrived today. So I think they are being sent out. It's coming, Elle. It's coming. I'm steadily working my way through the month. So yeah, books that I've read this month. Now I'm nearly at the end of this month. So this book, as you remember, if you do remember, if you were there and was there for the beginning of Tarathon, I talked about Pamela Coleman-Smith and the RWS Tarot. And as a thank you, Sandra sent me this book, which is the Pamela Coleman-Smith Tarot Artist, The Pious Pixie. And I'm nearly through it, which is quite good for me because I struggle to read and retain. But it's really enjoyable. The only criticism really is it's called Pamela Coleman-Smith, the Tarot Artist, but it doesn't really focus that much on her work with the tarot. And it's the Pious Pixie, and it's a lot of it is to do with her conversion to Catholicism. And quite a bit of the information is also in Pamela Coleman-Smith, The Untold Story, but still really, really enjoying it. And because one of her most famous works was Anansi Stories, I was able to get a copy of her Anansi Stories. I'm enjoying this. They're very short. I'm enjoying it more to see more of her artwork, actually, because it is illustrated in black and white, but there's some fantastic illustrations. But it is, it's written with, because she spent so much time in Jamaica, it's written in the Jamaican dialect. So you have to get your head around that and almost hear the voice, because it's difficult to read sometimes when you're trying to read another dialect. I remember there was a book years ago. Oh, I wish I could remember what it was called now. Buddha Da. Talking of Da, it was called Buddha Da, and it was a novel set in Scotland, in Glasgow, and that was written in the Glaswegian dialect. And it was so hard for me to get into the book to read it. But once I could hear the voice and the accent, as I got into it, I forgot, you know, and just read it. Pamela is a fascinating woman. She really is. So that was that. We had summer solstice as well, midsummer, which was just wonderful. A lot of us in the tarot community stayed up. Well, no, not stayed up, got up at 4 in the morning to watch the sunrise on the 22nd. We'd watched it live from Stonehenge the night before. And as always, I always read from Lunar Moon Hair every time it's one of the Sabbats. So that was lovely. I go every time there's a Sabbat, I have my own little rituals, change up my space, my sacred space, change my candles, bring out the goddess for that Sabbat, the altar card for each of the Sabbats, and I move my crystal around the wheel of the year, and then I always read from Lunar Moon Hair. The Hermit's Cave is the antique Neo Rider rainbow reflective colours, or just blue, green and black? Neo Rainbow reflect just green, blue, black. No, I think there's, let me have a look. You're on about this one, aren't you? Yeah, it's got all the colours, there's purples and everything. So as you can see here, look, the purple, gold, all the colours are metallic or reflective, as you put it. From the purple, stunning. Very slippery deck, but yeah, it's beautiful. Has that answered the question for you? I was standing there, Jamie Kelly, I was standing there via video. It was so cool. Yes, amongst the stones of Stonehenge. Yeah. Yeah, all the colours. And also, while we're just talking about the Neo Rider as well, because I noticed it didn't come out that well, and a few people left comments saying, hold on, I thought the Rose edition or the Love edition was going to be pink, and it kind of looked like it wasn't. And I think it just might have been the camera and the lighting, because this one really is pink. It's very pink, but it just might not have showed. It's got a metallic edge, but it is pink. But even on camera, it doesn't look pink. I wish you could see what I could see, because it is so pink. But I think it's the light. If I turn the light off completely, it might go into darkness, but is it showing as pink? Rose gold. Yeah, see, it's not. It's nothing like rose gold in real life. It is so pink. But I think it's the light, really, that's... It looks rose gold. Well, it's not. It's really not rose gold. It is pink. I think it's just the way it's showing up on under light or camera. Rusty brown. Rusty brown. It is so not rusty brown. It's pink. That's as pink as I can. That's how I can get it to look how it looks to me from the naked eye. Did you go to Avery? Avebury. Do you mean, Claire? Avebury. Yes. I went to Avebury. I went with Dan. It's actually on, I've actually filmed at Avebury on my channel. So if you go to my playlist, Hermit on Tour file, you'll see Avebury and Glastonbury. I went to Avebury the day before, no, the morning of, not Glastonbury. Yeah, I went to Avebury the day before Glastonbury, the morning as I went to Stonehenge in the afternoon. So, pop that back. Oh, I'm missing comments as well. There's 104 people here. Metallic flesh colour. Okay, well, you're just going to have to take my word for it. It is pink. It is very pink. Okay, anything else? So that was that. And I was hoping to show you another book today because I've ordered a book and I'm really excited for it to come. And it was supposed to be delivered between 10:09 and 11:09 today. And it got to 11:09. I was like, oh, well, they're late. And then ping, we've attempted a delivery. And they hadn't. So I was really ticked off. DPD again. So I went on and I've asked it to be delivered to a newsagent in town tomorrow, and I shall go and collect it from there because they obviously don't like this complex. Also today, Sandra sent me a few crystals, which was really kind. So ocean jasper, look at that. Isn't that a beauty? It's got these little tiny holes. I don't know if you can see, little tiny holes in it. But it's a really beautiful stone. A beautiful piece of malachite, which is my favourite crystal. So she sent me that. And this little red jasper. It is red jasper, isn't it? Bunny. Look how cute that is. So it's a he, because that one's a she, is going to go on my little card stand. I'll probably knock this flying now. Next to my moon gazing hair. So it's going to live on there. So thank you, Sandra, for sending them. That was really kind of you. Oh, I've gone hot all of a sudden. TV shows that I've watched this month. So, first and foremost, best show I've seen in a long, long time is Pose. And I know Elle and Shane are probably laughing now because I've gone on and on and on about it. But the first series is on Netflix in the UK, and the second series is on BBC iPlayer. And I started watching them a week last Sunday and I finished last Wednesday. I binged the whole 2 seasons. Incredible, absolutely incredible. It starts in 1987. It's the underground ballroom scene within the gay community of New York. So it's right in the middle of like the AIDS pandemic. But it's just an incredible story following the lives of people that society have kind of pushed away. So kids that become homeless are taken into houses, which has a mother and usually a father, and they become their own family and they perform in the club scene. And it's just so good. It kind of reminds me of my teenage years of watching things like Kids from Fame. But it's an emotional roller coaster, but there's highs and lows, and it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So do check that out if you want just to be absorbed in, you know, that culture. I'm so pleased they're doing a third series as well, but they just started filming when the coronavirus started, so everything's been put on hold, so we might not get it for another 18 months or so, season 3, but really good. Is this Pose you're talking about? Yes, Chris, Pose. Fantastic programme. I also watched Hollywood, and this is all June, by the way. Hollywood I really enjoyed, but I just remember watching it thinking, well, that couldn't have happened. That couldn't have happened in 1952 or the late 1940s. And even though they've got people in it like Rock Hudson and then by the end, it just got a little bit far-fetched. And you sat thinking, well, if this happened, then the world would have been a much different place. So I ended up Googling, like, what's going on with Hollywood? And whilst it started off, the series, there's only been one season so far. Whilst it started off kind of true to life, what they decided to do was retell the story of the silver screen years if things had been different. So what life could have been like if people had been braver, because one of the studios was owned by a female. That didn't happen until the 1980s, some 35 years later. You know, Rock Hudson turned up at the Oscars hand in hand with his male partner. You know, he never came out, ever. It wasn't until he passed away in 1985, was it, from AIDS-related illness, that the world even knew, you know. So it was very much, you know, they had a black actress winning Best Actress at the Oscars, and that didn't happen for 30 years or whatever. So I was watching it kind of thinking, well, this is great, but this isn't what happened, you know. I wish it did, but it didn't. But having Googled it, I found out why. What else did I watch? Talking Heads. So Alan Bennett, playwright over here. It's on BBC iPlayer. If you're in the States, I think you can get BBC. Did a series in the 1980s called Talking Heads, which were monologues. And the greatest one that won lots of awards was A Cream Cracker Under the Settee, which was done by Thora Hird. Patricia Routledge from Keeping Up Appearances did one. Alan Bennett himself did one, A Chip in the Sugar. And they've been redone with a whole new cast because it's 30 plus years later. And apparently they've been redone because of coronavirus. So it's great. You just get one person in a room, put a camera on them, and they talk for 30 minutes or so. But they're really good. And there's been 2 new ones, one of which I've seen. I've got 3 episodes left to watch, which has Sarah Lancashire in it from Happy Valley. And it's really good to watch. Julie Walters did Her Big Chance. Yeah. So Longman Tarot. Julie Walters is one of my favourite actors ever. She was in the original series and she did the one that was called Her Big Chance or Her Big Break, one of the 2. And that's been redone by somebody else. And I kind of thought, well, now she's 30-something years older, why didn't she play one of the parts of the older people? You know, like a Lady of Letters or something like that. So that's been enjoyable. And then I've just started watching The Sinner. And I'm halfway through the first series. And it's okay. It was recommended. So I started watching that. And that's been okay. I'm still ploughing my way through the Golden Girls. I'm up to season 4 now. But that's always good light relief. And when you just want a bit of a laugh, you just put an episode of the Golden Girls on. It hasn't aged that well, though. I mean, it has in some sense, and they were very ahead of their time. But some of the episodes have really made me uncomfortable. There's lots of fat shaming, which I didn't particularly like. Whilst there's no homophobic comments, there has been a couple of episodes where, you know, they've, I don't know, just kind of struggled Blanche's brother and how upset she was because he was getting married to another man and that sort of thing. But you have to remember it's of its time. And there's also some racial bits that I sometimes think were a little bit close to the bone that I think it hasn't aged that well. But not to the point where it's that offensive that it can't be shown on TV, like some of the sitcoms from the 70s, like Love Thy Neighbour or In Sickness and in Health and things like that. So, Atypical on Netflix is good. Oh, okay. I'll look out for that. Yay, QuaranStream has returned. Hi, Zane. It hasn't returned. I've just done like a... I think I said towards the end of QuaranStream, I might pop back from time to time. So I thought, being as it's the last day of the month, I can do a bit of a June recap and, yeah, kind of finish it off because June was the month when QuaranStream ended. Sex and the City is getting dated too in the same way. Yeah, I've got the box set of Sex and the City. I never watched it when it was on TV. And then I'd got some time off work about, gosh, probably 10 years ago now. I bet it is. I was living here. And I was quite poorly and I knew I'd got to rest up for a few days. So I thought, right, and the shop, HMV, is just downstairs from me. I went in with the determination to buy a box set and just entertain myself while I was getting better. So I bought Sex and the City and I loved it. I binged it and it was great, but I know what you mean, some of them now. And it's going to happen, you know. If we watch things from the 80s, particularly the 70s, but I'm talking kind of my era, if we watch things now that we enjoyed in the 80s, the good thing is we can see how far we've come, you know, and, you know, things that we might have laughed at once upon a time, we wouldn't necessarily laugh at now. Particularly, and the worst one is around disabilities. You know, they just add mental health, disabilities and mental health. I mean, even things as recently as Little Britain, which is what, 15 years old now, with the Anne character, and some of it is really uncomfortable to watch. So, but that's what happens as a society. We learn and we develop and we do better. Don't have a clue, wasn't born yet. At least music from the 70s and 80s have aged well, yes. But hi, Lou. Absolutely. Can't beat a good 80s classic. And the bands from the 80s were great. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. You see, in the 80s, if my parents put a record on that was from the 60s, you know, they were so square. It was like, oh, they're playing 60s music, you know, and it was really shunned. Now, my nieces that are in their 20s, you put an 80s song on and they're dancing around and singing to it with no shame at all. So, yeah, I think you're right. Hi, Pat. Making my focus more on what I've done for what I want to help with anxiety a bit. So, yeah. So then right at the end of the month, just in the last few days, 10,000 subscribers. So just to say, you know, thank you. And if you're, well, you are one of them because you're here and you've got the notification. But I really appreciate that milestone. And as I said, when I did my kind of update for the Hermit's Cave Facebook group, I never in my wildest dreams, when I first started out on YouTube, watching people like Lou, who's here in the chat. Lou was one of the first people that I ever found on YouTube. Not knowing whether I could even have the courage to start a channel, looking at all these people, to then start one and just doing a tag. I still remember it now, the VR to Arwen Lynch. And then thinking, well, now I don't know what to do. I've kind of put my toes in the water. I've done my first video, it's a tag. I can't do tags forever. What am I going to do to be here 3 years on, still making content and having the response and support that I have is just wonderful. So thank you. I was looking over the last few months at how my channel was growing and kind of looking at, well, how it's gone so far. I thought if I did hit 10,000 subs, it would be around August, the end of August. But I think because of Tarathon, and it usually happens, so I should have taken it into account, when you do something so big as Tarathon, there was a bit of a spike on subscribers. So I've got here earlier than I anticipated. And so I planned a giveaway, and that giveaway is still going to happen, but it's something to do with Kickstarter, and there's been a bit of a delay. So as soon as that deck comes in, I'll announce it as the giveaway, but it is for marking the 10k subs. So thank you, Claire. Blessings to you too. Quack, quack, A up. A up becoming the crone. And watching you is what got me the courage to start my tarot channel. And that's lovely, isn't it? Because that's like paying it forward in a way, isn't it? You know, all these people who supported me and was very encouraging. And then when I started, you know, was really supportive. It's nice that pays forward. And, you know, you, Jonathan, with your content and what you do, there will be somebody out there who will be inspired because they watch your videos and want to make content as well and be part of the community. I'm just kidding. What are you kidding on? Naughty, says Pat. Naughty. Oh, you're going to hate me. I'm being spammingly in my first time awful. I'm not sure what you mean. But if this is your first time here, Pat, then welcome. And we'd never hate you. It's great to see you. Now look at you, Simon. You have championed this shit. Just say it like it is, Neem. You have championed this shit. 10,000 strong and growing. Yeah, I never ever take it for granted. It always blows my mind, but it's wonderful, and I wouldn't change a thing. You know, it's been an amazing journey and continues to be so. Simon encouraged me to make my first video. He's the only reason I did it. Wow, Mendy, I didn't know that. I'm trying to remember your first video now. I love your videos. I did get a bit panicky earlier because, as I said, I've started to watch yours, and you said something about not wanting to do content. I'm hoping that as I continue to watch, you say, and then I got over myself and I am going to. Talking Heads, excellent. Jodie must be a little bit behind, but Talking Heads is excellent. Thought thingy, Simon, tomorrow is my birthday. Well, happy birthday. 1st of July. Was that Princess Diana's birthday? I seem to remember. Or was it? Or was that the day she passed away? I know 1st of July is... It might have been her birthday. But yeah, it's my mum's today, so you're the day after. And I think that's why I remembered Princess Diana's. Is your large purchase tarot related? Yes, it is tarot related. And it's the most extravagant purchase I've ever made. But I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Even if I live off beans on toast for the next 6 months, I don't regret it. Have I missed any other comments? Did you bring snacks? I'm looking for capitals. July 1st, 1961. Oh, is that Princess Diana? Was it 1st of July then, Claire? Princess Diana's birthday was 1st of July 1961, says Jodie. I thought it was. Isn't it funny what sticks in your mind? Hesicos, Simon. A Pam A. You're trying to guess, aren't you? Well, I already have the Hesicos. So it's not that. And look, somebody also said, somebody put in, it was Lisa from Tea Leaves Tarot. She put into the Hermit's Cave group, let's show our favourite hermit cards. And one of my favourite hermit cards is from the Hesicos. Isn't it gorgeous? But yeah, I really love this deck. I love the miners. It's really colourful. But I love the miners, how they all kind of go in line. Try and find it's all shuffled up because I've used it, but I love the character through it. Look at the Page of Cups. Yeah, it's a fab deck. There he is. Oh, beautiful star card. Look at that for the star card. Simon, give us a hint. No. Patience. Oh, look at strength. I shouldn't really show this because it's out of print, but somebody mentioned it and it's such a beautiful deck. A little hint. Is it Pixie related? Yes. You're all asking clues now, aren't you? That's probably top of my out of print wish list. Bye, Lucian. Oh, was Lucian here? Sorry, Lucian, I didn't see you, but hello and goodbye. I got a new deck that is interesting. It's Your Grandmother's Tarot, an age deck by Sheila Weems. It's called Your Grandmother's Tarot. Wow. Did you win the 1909 one on eBay? That one sold for, what was it? 1,200, I think. Or was it 1,400? I'll have to check my statement. No, it wasn't me. No. Gosh, could you imagine? Now that would be amazing to get the 1909 Pame. I don't know if anybody's seen Lisa's channel from Mindful Tarot. She managed to get a 1909 Pame and I was drooling watching it. Yes, Diana birthday. Selkie must be behind. Hope it's legit. Oh, I think it would be. Haven't heard from Brant. Did he get it? I don't know. I've not heard from Brant either. I think he would have told us if he'd got it. Anyone knows? I love that video from Lisa. Amazing. It was. I really was thrilled for her. Jealous as old heck, but really thrilled for her because she's been a huge part of my RWS journey. I wouldn't have even known about the Blushing Fool tarot if it wasn't for her mentioning it years ago, and that sent me on that mad search to get it about 3 years back. So yeah, I was almost in tears watching it. He just missed it. Wow, so he was bidding on that. I watched Lisa's 1909 deck, amazing quality, and the box is in good condition. Yeah, the box really hadn't survived on this one that's just been auctioned. won on eBay. So we always ended QuaranStream with a pull from the Roots and Wings. So today will be no different. Simon, what incense are you using today? Today I am using frankincense and myrrh, which was also a gift. Very Christmassy today. Love those bells. Can you hear them, Shane? Because all the windows are shut, 'cause it's not been a very nice day today. What tickled you? Yay, Roots and Wings, Paul. What's Lisa's channel called? It's called Mindful Tarot. Ooh. That one to jumper, that was me being a poor shuffler. Yay, Roots and Wings time. Let's have a good one. And they're all good. Shouldn't say that. They're all good. They're all wonderful. Let's concentrate. Right, Pat. I will. A message for us until we can get together again. Oh, we've got gratitude. Gratitude is attitude, remember? And I think this is a perfect card for us to end on. Just to have that gratitude in our hearts, that we have all of the things that we have in our lives. We are lucky. We might not feel it from time to time. We might, you know, be a little bit battered, a little bit bruised and, you know, feeling quite low. But what we always have to do is just to remind ourselves of how fortunate we really are. And whilst ever we've got breath in our lungs, then we are really, really fortunate. And even more so if we have a roof over our head, some food in the fridge, a few coins in our wallet, you know, clothes on our back, then we should be grateful for everything that we have. And yeah, for each other, for having this community, for having opportunities to connect. Even if we can't do it physically at the moment, we can do it through means like this. So I just want to say how grateful I am to each and every one of you for your continued support, your messages of encouragement. I put a video out in the early hours of Sunday morning. I'm doing a lot better. And a large part of that is because I was able to get it out, but also because of the enormous, and at first I felt really overwhelmed because I've had emails, messages, glides, I've had Instagram messages, I've had lots, but actually every single one of them was really supportive, loving and caring. And also people sharing as well and letting me know that I'm not alone and that other people are going through the same thing. So I have a lot of gratitude in my heart for all of you. And I hope you all have gratitude as well for each other, because together we will get through the dark times and we will soar, you know, and we are coming to some kind of normal, whatever that will look like. But let's just hang in there. Let's hold on together and let's just, you know, lift each other up. So thank you for indulging me and allowing me to be here in your homes this evening or this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's been lovely to come on and connect again and to spend a bit of time with you by doing this kind of roundup QuaranStream. I hope that I can do a pre-recorded video tomorrow if something arrives. It won't be the big thing, that's going to take a few weeks, but yeah, I'm waiting on a couple of things to arrive as well, so I'll be back at some point. So thank you guys, enjoy the rest of your day or evening wherever you are. Go in peace, namaste and blessed be.